Recording on key upon.
Yes, my dear students, I hope all of you are excited for your new journey towards CA Inter. Come on, I cannot hear any noise. Yes, and before we start, first let me congratulate for your achievement or the little success which you had, isn't it? And which is that? CA Foundation. So, heartiest congratulations to all of you, those who have cleared CA Foundation. Correct? And welcome to CA Inter. So why am here? Why am I here? As you can see on the board that I am going to take up the subject called as corporate and other laws. Which law? Corporate and other laws. So can I simply say law? The answer is no. Reason? When you read taxation, you will be reading Income Tax Act. You will be reading GST Act. What is it? That is also a law. So when you're going to read those laws as well and this law as well, don't you think that is also law? This is also law. If you say law, there will be confusion. So that's where the full name is what? Corporate and other laws. So here mainly we are going to focus on corporate laws. And then of course some other laws are also given which we are going to focus on. Alright, sir. So now what is today's agenda? What is that we are going to do today? Any idea? Yes, sir, we could see something you've written here. Some details we could find. Or probably Junaid will say, sir, I have a few doubts before we start the classes, before we start the topic. I've got what? Some doubts. So can you clear those doubts? Same way Karthik is saying, sir, it is always better that we are in a comfort zone before we start the topic. So please take us to that comfort zone first. Shivani ma'am is saying, sir, I also have certain questions bothering me since the time I've cleared my CA foundation. So first clear all this, then we'll go to the topic. What's Saigaru? Isn't it? So that's what I'm going to do before we get into any topic. Okay? Because it's very important that you should be clear with these type of questions. Generally, these questions are asked by students only in the previous batches, which I have compiled because day one it's human psychology, boss. You will have some anxiousness, right? You'll have some curiosity to know certain things before you start off that, isn't it? So that's what we are trying to address. Okay, sir. So CA Inter, first thing you could see, new syllabus. So we are not into the old one, right? July 1st 2023, ICI has announced new syllabus. So that is what is going to be our curriculum, our point of discussion, our area of discussion. That's very clear. Group 1, paper number 2, corporate and other laws. In short, what did I write there? In short, what did I write there? COL. What does COL means? Good. Obviously, corporate and other laws. Having a weightage of how much marks or how many marks? 100 marks. So this is a paper for 100 marks. How about accounts? 100 marks. How about taxation? 100 marks. How about costing? Right, so same way this paper has a weightage of how many marks? 100 marks. So now you have said 100. Till the time you clear your CA Inter, remember it will be 100. So don't do a step treatment. Like in Hindi we say sautela vyavahar nahi karna. Telugulo radu sir. Sorry. Right? Don't do step treatment to this. Meaning normally students will put in so much of efforts and give so much of time to subject like accounts, costing, tax, and not to subject like law. Why? I don't know. Okay. Though this also has got the weightage of how many marks? 100 marks. So don't you think you should put in efforts for that as well, like you put in efforts for other subjects which are having 100 marks weightage? Come on, guys. So that's where I had to write that specifically to make you understand and remember. Okay. Next. My name is anyways written, right? You could see with a picture as well. And anyways, I'm standing before you. So is it matching? Doesn't match also doesn't matter. What matters is the subject, the content. Isn't it? No, sir. That also matters. Okay. Now, this is a regular batch. Please remember, this is a regular batch. This is not a crash batch. For whatever reason, you might be thinking, you might have those doubts because of the fee, because of maybe any other rumors, I don't know. So please understand, this is going to be a regular batch. What do you mean by regular batch? Sir, not just the topic will be shared, but the background of the topic, the logic behind the provision. Okay, the logic behind the topic, the logic, the reason, all will be covered. So it's not just I'm just going to make you memorize the subject. Are you getting my point? Tests are going to be included. Sir, can we ask doubts? Yes, what all you can expect in a regular batch, that will be there. And that is where, if you see in bracket, I have mentioned for you how many hours are we going to take? Approximately 150 hours. I didn't write 150 hours. It is approximately 150 hours. Why did I write approximately? See, it can take 152 hours also, or it may take 148 hours also. I am not a machine here. Am I an AI here standing before you? No, no. So you can understand, it depends on you, it depends on me. Sometimes we take more time, sometimes we take lesser time. But based on my experience of the last 15 years, I have understood that roughly how much time I will require to complete your syllabus? 150 hours. Understand, guys? Sometimes you don't understand a particular topic easily. Unlike your previous batch, unlike your seniors, they have understood easily. So I will take more time this time. I'm going to take more time for you. Isn't it? It may take more. Or who knows, you may take lesser time to understand something. So I might take lesser time to make you understand. Acha. Before we proceed further, I could see that you're watching me, you're looking at the board, and probably you're just trying to indicate that I'm handsome, and I know that. So you don't have to remind me again and again that I'm handsome. Okay. So what does this imply? Please make use of your resources. Meaning start writing. Don't wait for me to tell you. All this is important what we're discussing. Isn't it? Likhna hai. Okay. You have to write. That is where you will be alive in the class. That is where you will get involved in the class. And then suppose tomorrow one of your friend joins. Okay. Next class, one of your friend joins and asks, what did you do yesterday? You can show. See, this is what we covered. Otherwise, what will you say? Aim khaledu. Nothing happened. Isn't it? So that is not right. Or maybe you go home and your parents ask, did you really go to the class? What will you say? See, look at the book. Isn't it? I have gone. This is what has been shared. This is what has been taught in the classes. So don't you think it will help? Yes or no? Good. So, sir, everything which is written on the board we shall write? No, that is your discretion. That is your smartness which you need to apply. Getting my point? Like my name, is it necessary to write there? Obviously not. What will you do writing there my name? Huh? Nothing. So not required. 100 marks? Yes, sir, I should write. Regular batch, approximately 150 hours? Yes, you should write. So whatever you feel is important, whatever I say is important, please make a note of it. Right? Okay. So now, these classes which we are taking are applicable for which attempt? May 2024 and onwards. So please observe and onwards as well, not just May 24. So sir, what does it mean? It means that if any student who plans not to attempt, not to write in May 24 for whatever reason, don't worry, these classes will still be useful. Because it's not that every attempt ICS changes the syllabus. Is it that every time they'll change the syllabus? Every attempt they change the syllabus? What, Sai Bhai? Every attempt they change the syllabus? Then no. So you don't have to worry. So just in case you don't write, still these classes will be useful. But then you will have to understand that you need to separately cover the amendments, changes which happens. Company law may change, some penalty amount may change, some form may be newly introduced, like that things may happen or not. I mean, may take place or not. Yes. So that is where one has to understand that if you attend these classes which are applicable for May 24 attempt and then add amendments, then that becomes classes for November 24. So sir, who will provide those amendments? See, when I have written here and onwards and November 24, that means I'm going to provide. Obviously, I'm going to provide doesn't mean that I'm going to change things. That is not what I meant. The ministry, the government will change that. How will I change first? But then I will share with you. So that's where I will provide you. How and all you will get to know. How and all you will get to know. You know, technology, right? So these days it's not that difficult to stay connected. Is it difficult to stay connected? No, not at all. Right. So May 24 and onwards, I hope you have understood. Next, what is going to be the medium of instruction? English. Simple English. Simple English. Sir, but in between you uttered some Telugu words. In between you might utter some Hindi word because your mother tongue seems to be Hindi. Don't worry, that is just some words, a few words here and there, just to crack some poor joke. Poor joke, sir. Yes. See, if I would have been good at making jokes, I would have joined Brahmanandam, Kapil Sharma. Isn't it? Did I join? No, because I'm not good at that. Okay, I'm a professional. I want to remain as a professional. But yes, we are human beings, right? Sometimes probably we need that sort of environment. So maybe in Hindi, maybe Telugu. But don't expect too much of Telugu from me because I murder Telugu language. I murder Telugu. Not that I'd want to murder. Sai, wow, Sai is staring at me like this as if. So it's just that because that's not my mother tongue, I'm not that fluent in Telugu. Nothing like I don't want to be, but that is how the upbringing has been. Okay, right, sir? So clear. Now, next thing which we want to understand. Do you think these things were there in your mind? Or may not be there. Let's say may not be there. But now when I share, do you think it is making sense? It is making sense, no? Yeah. Next. Now, sir, what is the objective of our classes? Because anything we do it with an objective. Now, no folding of hands because this seems to be useful again, right? So, keep writing. Okay, don't become like a statue, okay? Keep writing, keep involving yourselves. So, objective of classes. Sir, you have also written objective of ICAI. Objective of classes is there. And then, sir, you have also written objective of what? ICAI. Yes, because ICAI, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, also has set some objective for you. And I have also set some objective for our classes. Both you should know or not. Classes you are attending here. And examination, which one will you write? ICAI, not mine, no. The test which I will conduct is only for practice purpose, to give you that confidence that yes, I can face the examination conducted by ICAI. That's the only reason we conduct test. Tests are conducted not to harass you. Okay, tests are conducted to make you improve. Am I right, madam? Right. So let's understand both the objectives. What is the objective? Sai, you are not writing, boss. Few things I want means I want. प्यार से बोल दिया. Put the date, please write. So classes, what is the objective? Understanding. First one which we have kept is what? First one which we have kept is what? Understanding. Don't you think we want to understand what all is there in our syllabus? Of course, yes sir, that is why we have come here. Only understanding will be enough? No, we are at which level? CA Inter. We are doing this CA course. That means we are going to make this as our profession. Profession or not? That means your bread and butter, your livelihood will be out of what? This profession. So when it is going to be from this profession, don't you think Don't you think you should be able to apply the knowledge which you are gaining? You should be able to apply those concepts which you are understanding here. Without being able to apply, do you think that knowledge is of use? Suppose this fellow has done some electrical engineering. Okay, this person, this friend of yours has done electrical engineering. And thereby we asked him, electrical or mechanical, whatever. Okay. And we asked him, Arey, you have studied so much. Okay, this engineering, this AC, some problem is there. Can you just check? He says, no, I don't know. Theoretically, I know. I understand AC, the mechanism, everything. But when we ask him to look at it practically and find out the problem, what does he says? I can't. Shivani madam says, sir, theoretically I know how to drive, when to use accelerator, when to use clutch, gear, all that. Okay, I know all the traffic laws. So we say, come on, drive. She says, no, I can't drive. I don't want to drive. Will it be right? Come on, guys, answer. No. So don't you think whatever you study, you should be able to apply? You should be able to apply that knowledge. So that's where I've written what? Application. That is also equally important. Are you getting my dear friends? See, in BCom or in MCom, that is graduation, post-graduation also, you might study these type of subjects. Taxation you study, company law you study, costing, accounts, tax, there also you study. Then what is the difference between that and this? And those graduation, post-graduation and CA, CMA courses, what is the difference? Those are academic courses. And whether you will use it or not, you don't know, isn't it? When you study there, whether you will be using it or not, you don't know. But then when you're studying in CA or when you're studying these courses like CA, CMA, do you think you're going to use it? Yes, sir, you've already answered. What? Profession. So this is going to be our life. Once you become a chartered accountant, what will you do? Sir, I'll practice as a chartered accountant, or I will join some company in the finance, accounts, taxation team, or I'll join some other person's practice. Like that only you'll do, no? So that means ultimately you will spend your life as a chartered accountant. Your livelihood, your bread and butter will come out of this profession. So application is important. Next. Do you think I have dressed up in a particular way and come? And what do you call this as? Professional way. Very good. Formal way. Yes. So is it important? Is it important? Yes, sir. You're a chartered accountant. So obviously we expect this from you. If you come in shorts and t-shirts, obviously you can be comfortable. I'll be more comfortable in shorts, t-shirts. No, all of us are. But then, is it the right thing to do when I come to the classes? No, not right. Isn't it? There's a certain way. Maybe you are comfortable there, but you have to come out of your comfort zone and do something which is acceptable to society. Am I right or not? Same way, do you think presentation? That means I'm talking about presentation. So don't you think when you have understood something, when you know how to apply that as well, presentation also matters? How will you share that you have understood? Or how will you share that you know the application? Through your presentation only, no? And which presentation? Oral, always oral. Written also, no? So that's where I have written, if you could see, written and oral both. Getting my point? So we are expecting understanding, application and presentation. All the three. That is our first objective. So in short, what did I write there? UAP. Right hand side, just see. UAP. What does UAP means? Understanding, application and presentation. Next, second one. What did I write there? Sir, education plus fun. And then you have striked off that. And then again written the same thing, sir. Education with fun. Now first let me tell you that this is not the same thing. Education plus fun is different from education with fun. I am taking up a particular topic. I am imparting one particular subject or concept. And there I try to create humor. What is it? Education with fun. But let us say I share some topic and then I dance on a song, or I sing, or I do some mimicry of Rajnikant, Amitabh Bachchan. Do you think I'm going to do that? So this is education plus fun. That is not possible, boss. Education plus fun? No. But education with fun? Yes. Okay, Sai Garu. Because see, we are already having so much of stress outside. Do you want to carry that stress? And do you want me to increase that stress level? No. So we want to study in a very friendly and live environment. Correct? So that is where I've written education with fun, but fun doesn't mean what all we want we can do. No. Subject related, concept related, something which can be taught in a very humorous way or easy manner, we will do that. That is our objective. Second. Okay? Third. What did I write third? No mere memorizing. So if you have come only to memorize law here, please don't join. Please don't join these classes. Okay? Because we are bothered about, as I said, reasoning, background, importance of everything which we study. So no mere memorizing. No mere memorizing. Only memorizing we can't do. Sometimes I will give you clues to memorize. And memorizing you have to do. I know that because you have to write the examination. But only memorizing? No, that is wrong. So you have to understand the logic. You have to understand the background. You have to understand the reason. You have to understand the importance of anything which you read and then read, no? Isn't it? So that is where I've written no mere memorizing. And beside that is my, tagline of my classes. No magic, only logic. Okay? LAWGIC. So I'm not a magician here for sure. But then I will share the logic of that law. That's where I have written LAWGIC. Okay, sir. Then what did you write there, sir? LWI. LWI is listening, writing. Can you guess the next one? Interaction. So all these three are required in the classes. Which one? Listening. You're listening to me? And listening doesn't mean only hearing. Listening means hearing and understanding, retaining. Right? Hearing is with ears and listening is with mind. So listening I said, I didn't say hearing. And second one? Writing. Third one? Interaction, like you're interacting with me. That's the way. So when we study, we just cannot expect you to be like a listener. Whatever I say, you just listen. No. Listen, write, interact. When I ask question, you answer, or you have questions, you will ask. That should be the method. Don't you think that is where the classes will be effective? If I just come here and speak whatever I want to without knowing whether you're able to follow that or not, without giving you a chance to ask questions, do you think that will be an effective way? No. So it's very important that we follow LWI. Clear? So ultimately doing all this, what can happen? What can happen? 60 plus. So our target is what? When you write the examination, don't just think of clearing the examination. Sir, pass aite chal, sir. If I get through the examination, that's enough, sir. Pass ho gaye to bas se, sir. Is this your objective? Then don't attend these classes. If your objective is 60 plus, then please continue with these classes, because our objective is that. See, if objective is not matching, better not to go along, get along. Correct? Come along. आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव है चार मीनार जाना, मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव है कुकड़पल्ली जाना, साथ में जाएंगे क्या? नहीं जाते ना. बस वही बात है बॉस. सर पास हो गए तो बस से, 3-4 अटेम्प्ट में पास हो गए तो भी बस से सर. And what my target is, first attempt 60 plus. That is my objective. So your objective is different, my objective is different. Can we have harmony in our relationship? No, we will keep fighting daily. Sir, I have decided I will not write. मेरा objective मैं लिखूंगा ही नहीं लिखता मैं ऐसे ही पैदा हुआ ऐसे ही मरूंगा. Don't you think then we'll fight on a daily basis? Come on guys, please understand. See, I have shared what all I expect, what is the objective with which I am conducting the classes. If you also have that objective, then let's join hands. Let's go together. Let's walk together. Otherwise, part ways. Nothing wrong in that. And should I say this at the end of the batch or beginning of the batch? That's where I'm sharing this today. Simple. So I want you to have a dream. I want you to have a dream, and not just dream. You should have a plan for that and action for that. प्लान भी बना लिए, एक्शन नहीं है, क्या फायदा बॉस? प्लान भी चाहिए, एक्शन भी चाहिए. You need plan as well as action, not just dream. Dream is not just enough. And which type of dream you should have? The one which doesn't make you sleep. The one which is helping you to sleep or making you sleep. Is it a good dream then? No, there's no challenge in it then. Isn't it? So guys, take up that challenge and just kill it. That should be your attitude. Daily basis you should be like, yes, I am going to study this today. I am going to make myself perfect in this. I am just going to kill it, boss. That should be your attitude on a daily basis. Your enthusiasm levels should be always at peak, at top. You'll enjoy. Can we enjoy while studying? Definitely yes. Definitely yes. Education is not a burden. Studying is not a burden. Classes are not a burden. Provided we do it in the right way. And we will aim for that. Understood, guys? समझ में आ रहा है मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ? Right? So that is where I have written that. So you have understood the idea behind our classes. Now let's understand what does ICAI says. What does ICAI says? Working knowledge, expert knowledge. Sir, something on the right side we could see some picture, some ladder you have pasted. You know? That's from ICAI prospectus only, which I have taken. So this is not prepared by me, okay? This is by ICAI only. Okay, what do they say here? If you just have a look at it, what are they saying? Bolo? Objective, correct? Part 1, company law, all that. Then they're saying what? Objective. So now if you just see, this is a total paper, paper 2, corporate and other laws. Then they have divided this into 2 parts. Come on guys. Hai divided into how many parts? 2 parts. Part 1, company law and limited liability partnership. Company law and LLP. Correct? I can say short mein LLP. Limited liability partnership. Part 2, other laws. Part 1, 70 marks. And part 2 is having the weightage of 30 marks. Okay, sir. Fine. Now, part 1, what is the objective they said? To develop, padho na? To develop an understanding of the legal provisions. Wait. To develop an understanding of the legal provisions. Don't you think we also said that we want to understand everything? Yes or no? Okay. Read further. And acquire the ability to analyze and apply the laws in practical situations. So did we cover in our objective, in our classes objective, that we want to learn application? Yes. So is it matching? So do you think thereby we can get that 60 plus? Come on. Yes. Our objective is different. I say objective is different. Will it be helpful? No. So one has to understand that is where the class's objective. Okay. Understanding, application and presentation. How will ICAI know that you have understood, you are able to apply? Presentation, no? In life, only written presentation you will do? Only oral you will do? Then which one? Both. But ICAI examination, which one? Only written. Only written. But life, you require both the skills. Oral presentation as well as written presentation. Okay. Right, sir. So understanding and then analyzing and applying is what they expect from part 1. Part 1 is company law and LLP law. Okay, company related act and LLP related. Then coming to other laws. Other laws. What are they saying? To develop an understanding of the General Clauses Act. Acha, so there is another law called as General Clauses Act in your syllabus. And there what do they expect? Understanding. They say analyzing application we don't want. We want what? Understanding. Okay, sir. Next. Come on, read. Next. To develop an understanding of the rules for interpretation of statutes. Acha, so there are some rules for interpretation of statutes. What is interpretation of statutes, sir? Interpretation, understanding of statute, meaning of law. So for understanding the law, there are some rules, there are some tools. See, if you want to play cricket or any sport for that matter, don't you think before playing that game, you should know the rules? Same way, you have come here to learn law, to understand law. So before doing that, don't you think you should know the rules? Come on. Yes. So that's what they want. They want you to know the rules of interpretation of statutes. And in that, they say develop an understanding. So this is for namesake. Because though they say develop an understanding, don't you think application matters? Because you have understood and you are not able to apply those rules while understanding law. Will it be useful? No. Same way, General Clauses Act, let me tell you, that is also an interpretation related law. Which law? Again, you stopped writing. I don't know why. Keep writing as well. You're getting to know syllabus, objective. है ना? Part 1, you said company law and LLP, right? लिखने में बुराई नहीं है गुरु. That is how you'll improve upon presentation, your written presentation. So first you'll write part 1, huh? What is there in part 1? Company law and LLP law. 70 marks. Objective. Ab objective, how will you write? Don't write full sentence. Just say what? Understanding plus analysis and application. Enough. Smartness you have to use and write. Right? Understanding plus analysis and application. Application where, sir? Obviously in practical situations. Right. Then coming to part 2. Sir, other laws, 30 marks is the weightage. And in this, GCA, you can write in short also, GCA. Okay, General Clauses Act is the full form. You will get to know later. Anyways, General Clauses Act is GCA. So in that, they say understanding. But we know they are cheating us. Elephant teeth showing one and eating another. हाथी के दांत दिखाने के और खाने के और. Hathi, elephant. Elephant teeth showing is one and eating is another. Do you think with the same teeth the elephant will eat? No. So that's what I'm saying. ICAI also is doing this. Hidden cost is there inside. What is the hidden cost? Application. Only understanding, how will it help you? Just tell me. You know how to interpret law. You got to know this is the way you'll interpret. That's it. You will not learn how to apply. Come on, बोलो यार. तो इसीलिए वो लोग बोल रहे अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बट हमको मालूम यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड एप्लीकेशन. Okay, same way interpretation, rules of interpretation of statutes, understanding and application. U plus A, not simply U. Right? So then see, what did they write? Are you there with me now? Part 1, you've written company law, LLP law, 70 marks weightage. Then objective, you've written understanding plus application and analysis and application. Part 2, other laws, 30 marks. In that, 1 GCA, U plus A. Then rules for interpretation of statutes, U plus A. Then third one, what is that? To have basic understanding of FEMA. Kiski ma? FEMA. Okay, this is how people say. It's not just me who's saying this. FEMA, FEMA, FEMA. Foreign Exchange Management Act. In short, people call it as what? FEMA, FEMA, FEMA. तो मैं बोला किसकी माँ? FEMA. तो किसी को अब्यूज नहीं किया बॉस, गाली नहीं दिया, ठीक है? फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मैनेजमेंट एक्ट 1999, and they are expecting their only basic understanding. They are not even saying understanding. My dear friends, please note, basic understanding आ गया तो बस से. Like how in CA Foundation company law, when you read, they said basic understanding is enough. Same way here. So here you don't expect application for sure. Here they are not cheating you. Okay, here there is no hidden cost involved. They expect what? Come on, right? Basic understanding. Okay, sir. So that means, sir, we got to know our syllabus. Company law is there, LLP law is there, FEMA is there, General Clauses Act is there, and one topic is there. One topic, not law. One topic, rules for interpretation of statutes. Okay, sir, so 4 laws and one topic, totally 5 topics is what is our syllabus. Wow, we got to know, sir. Yes, sir. But just one thing I will add so that you know your syllabus completely. Okay, and what is that? If you just see in Companies Act. What did they write? The Companies Act 2013, including important rules and drafting of notices resolutions relating to these 11 topics which are in front of you. So Companies Act is not this much for your information. Companies Act has got 29 chapters, 29 topics. But how many covered for you? Only 11. Only 11 out of 29. But again, let me tell you, this is cheating. There is some hidden cost involved here. Sir, what is that hidden cost? There are references from other chapters at some places, not every place, but some place. Like we have chapter number 29 called as miscellaneous provision. If you don't read the miscellaneous provision and you read these 11, still you can be in soup. That means you can face problems. Sir, why? Can you give an example? Yes. Suppose you are reading some section in prospectus. Okay? Or reading some section in, let us say, share capital. And there they have not mentioned any penalty. So Junaid thought that, oh, that means I can violate this section. If I don't follow this section also, it's okay because there is no penalty. So as they say, no, half knowledge is dangerous. That is what will happen here. Because, why I am saying this? Because chapter 29 miscellaneous has got a section called as section 450. Which section? 450, which is general penalty clause. General penalty clause. And that section says that if any section doesn't specify any penalty, then which penalty will be applicable in case of default? 450. That means our penalty. 450 is saying our penalty will be applicable. So don't think that some section missed out penalty means no penalty. No, there is penalty. Which penalty? This general penalty. Section 450. So don't you think reading that chapter 29 is also required? Then when you read some section, you will find they say penalty for fraud is applicable. What? Sir, where is penalty for fraud given? Section 447. So now don't you think you should know section 447 now? That means it is in again chapter 29. Are you getting my point, my dear friends? So no doubt 1 to 11 topics which they are mentioning, okay, or not 1 to 11, I'll say 1 to 10 plus 11. Sir, why like this, sir? 1 to 10 plus 11 is 11 only? No, sir. See, 1 to 10 is in sequence. Chapter 1 is same one, preliminary. Chapter 2, incorporation and matters incidental thereto. Chapter 3, prospectus and allotment of security. 4, it's same. 1 to 10 is in sequence. But the 11th topic which is given out here to you is not chapter 11. Is chapter number 22. Is chapter number 22. Companies incorporated outside India. Incorporated outside India. Incorporated. Sir, foreign company only? No, sir. No. That is where I said 3 times incorporated outside India, incorporated outside India, incorporated. If it is incorporated outside India and has some place of business in India, akkada incorporation, ikkada business connection, akkada incorporation, ikkada udar idhar business connection. Then it becomes what? Foreign company. Company incorporated outside India and has a place of business in India, then only it will become foreign company. But what did they say? Company is incorporated outside. So having place of business in India or not? Having place of business in India or not? Still there are provisions. So you might say, sir, there is some company which is incorporated outside India but do not have place of business in India. Do not have place of business in India. So it's not a foreign company. Still Companies Act has got some provisions or not? Yes, it has got. So that also you have to study? Yes. So if you say foreign company, you are narrowing down your scope. You are narrowing down your scope. You are reading lesser. Whereas they want you to read wider. They say there might be company incorporated outside India, having place of business in India, that means foreign company. Not having place of business in India, both foreign company and this Both you have to study. Don't say only foreign company. If you say foreign company, I'm repeating again, you're reducing the scope of your syllabus, which will be wrong. They are asking you to read 2 and you're saying I'll read only 1. Clear? अच्छा ऐसा भी रहता क्या सर? रहता ऐसे ही, अभी पता चलता धीरे धीरे क्यों 150 आवर्स अप्रोक्सीमेटली लगते बोल के. नहीं तो 5 ही तो है, 5 only no. 4 laws, 1 topic. अरे boss, but in this one company law there are 11 chapters which are given to you, and these 11 chapters have got some depth, so we need to understand that. Okay, followed? Great. तो ये समझ में आया थोड़ा. Then LLP Act, what did they write? Including important rules, like how they wrote for company law they wrote no, including important rules and drafting of notice resolution. So that way here also including important rules. So don't read just act. They're expecting you to read what? Law. Huh? Sir, law and act is same only, no sir? Act with other things becomes law. Like act with rules is law. Only act is not law. That's why the heading they have put, if you just see, company law and LLP law. And then when they came here in contents, what did they write? The Companies Act with important rules. So they've given the definition of that company law. Company law is equals to Companies Act 2013 plus important rules. Same way LLP law is equals to LLP Act with important rules. समझ में आ रहा मेरे भाइयों बहनों माताओं पितरों? All of you are able to follow me? Great. चलो सर, तो सिलेबस इज व्हाट वी गॉट टू नो. कुछ तो काम का बताए, नहीं तो लग रहा था टाइम वेस्ट हो गया आज आके. ऐसा तो नहीं लगा ना? अब देखो इधर मैं लिखा वर्किंग नॉलेज एक्सपर्ट नॉलेज. ICI is expecting you to have working knowledge expert knowledge. Am I wrong in saying this? No. Basic understanding, you should know the understanding as well as analysis and application. That means somewhere they're expecting you to become expert. If not expert, at least a decent working knowledge you should have, so that when you go for articleship, internship with a CA firm, you will be able to apply, you'll be able to use this knowledge which you're gaining, isn't it? Now you will read here how to incorporate a company, how to issue shares, right? How to hold general meetings. When you go for your articleship, don't you think you should be able to apply that? That means you should have that working knowledge or not? And if possible, expert knowledge. Try to become an expert. Why? Profession, bread and butter. थोड़ा एक बार हाथ लगाओ अपने पेट पे भी. You'll get that feel. Come on, boss. Don't hesitate. With both the hands. Profession. How many marks we are targeting? आवाज ही नहीं आ रहा मुझे. 60 plus. Come on, shout. 3 बार. Daily basis, take that माला बोलते हम लोग हिंदी में 108 times. 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus. But only doing this will be enough? No. This is just to keep your mind positive and keep yourself motivated. Keep recalling every day that this is my objective, this is my objective. So I have to work harder. I have to work smarter. I have to work. If I stop working, I cannot get my target. My target is 60 plus. Daily basis, remind yourself. Okay? चिल्ला रहे क्यों सर आप? थोड़ा आदत है, ठीक है, थोड़ा बताना भी है कि हाँ मैं हूं करके क्लास में. Okay, jokes apart, but then it's just a methodology. So I'm not shouting at anyone, please understand. Okay, as you can see, that's just to change the variation. I mean, change the pitch. Vary the pitch. Okay, sir. Now next, go for the next one. Sir, you said we need to get that expertise, excellence, and how do we achieve that? How do we achieve that? Excellence. एक्सपर्टीज कैसे आता भाई? बाजार में मिलता क्या? जाके खरीद लेंगे. 200 रुपए किलो टमाटर के साथ दे दो भाई एक्सेलेंस भी. మిల్తా క్యా ऐसा ఏం అన్నా దొరుకుతాయి కొనుక్కొచ్చు కాదు మళ్ళీ how will you get it how is that you are going to get it so the answer is don't just focus on the body of the law. Don't just focus on body of law. Focus on basics and focus on the thing which has to be missed. Miscellaneous. नाम में है ना miscellaneous. So missed. To be missed. No. Should be taken care. As I've already given you example. 450, 447. Just now, few minutes back, I've given you example. If you don't read those miscellaneous provisions, don't you think there will be a danger? Suppose you advise your client. He is reading that section in chapter 4, share Kaplan debentures, and he said, "Arey, there is no penalty." You also said, "Ha ha, I also read 3 times. There's no penalty." And then you said, "No problem, do it." If you do any default also, there's no problem because there's no penalty. Both of you got happy. Your client is also happy and you are also happy. Now what? Later on, department will slap a demand notice. Ministry will slap a demand notice demanding penalty. Then you will say, "Ekkada? Where is it?" And they'll mention under this section, "Oh, acha, there is section 450 also." Don't you think the client will kill you? Pakka. Not just kill you, but तुम्हारा ऑफिस का क्या हाल करता? What will he do to your office? You can understand. So please understand, guys, when we read any law, you have to read fully. You have to bother about fundamentals. You have to bother about even, come on, miscellaneous. So basics and miscellaneous both are important. If you just focus on body, that is not helpful. Okay, both. So end-to-end approach. That is where I have written. If you just see, I have written what? End-to-end approach. Basics to miscellaneous. Complete. Don't leave anything. That's where you become expert. But for that you need to do some practice, no? So that's where I've written what? Practice. If you don't do practice, you can't become an expert. A chartered accountant says, "I am practicing," meaning, sir, he has his office. Array, but when he say he's practicing, what does it mean? I'm practicing various laws. I'm practicing various accounting standards. I'm practicing things. And that's where he becomes what? Expert. He keeps working in this field. And that's where he becomes what? Expert. So profession का नाम ही क्या रख दिया हम? Practice. If I open an office and start giving services to my clients, what will you say? Sir, you are a practicing chartered accountant. You are practicing. And slowly, what will happen? I'll become an expert. So practice is important. Without practice, you don't become an expert. ठीक है सर, समझ में आ गया. Sir, you said writing we have to do. So are writings also of different types? Are writings also of different types? We have heard bones are of different types in our body. मुन्ना भाई बोला था ना, अलग अलग टाइप के बोन आ रहे थे बोल के. Different types of bones. Same way. Now, is it that writing are of also different types? The answer is yes. As you could see, one, short notes which you are preparing now. Do you think the way you are preparing you can directly go and write in the examination? Then what will you get? Babaji ka thullu. Will you get 60 plus? No. Yes, next attempt only is what you have to write then. So short notes which you are preparing, as I've told you, is to keep yourself alive in the classes, keep yourself involved, focused in the classes. Plus, it can help you memorize few things easily. That is the idea behind preparing short notes. Do you think sometimes in the classes you will get bored? You think you will be angry? You think you will be in a good mood? Sometimes do you think you'll think of why this green color here? Why white color? Why only one AC? Why not 3 ACs? Why 4 ACs? Why not 1 AC? Why this fellow is wearing blue only? Do you think you will get into that mode? Yes. And if you don't want to get into that mode, the best thing is writing. If you're writing, वो नहीं आएगा दिमाग में. अपने आप you will be what? Focusing in the class. So that's the power of writing. Clear, guys? Second, exam oriented. So sir, how will we practice that? So some practice questions of ICAI or I will share that you can practice at home, and some by way of test. Regular test will be there. I will give suggested answers also for those questions. So you'll get to know, oh, this is the way we need to write. So you can do writing practice for exams. Clear? Then third, glossary. What is this glossary? So I don't think I have to explain you. Why? Because I can show it to you. My job becomes easy. You also will be able to understand easily. This is glossary. You have to prepare list of all important sections at one place. Will it help? Yes, sir. Section 447 just now you said, 450 you said. Like that, all important sections. If you prepare a list at one place, will it be useful? Yes. Sir, one day before examination, tomorrow is examination, and today if I have glossary with me, don't you think I can easily revise all those things where normally I am confused? Yeah, to remember, and then obviously carry confidence in the examination. मेरे को आता वो section number. आता. That power will be there, that confidence will be there. Arrogance नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. I'm not talking about develop arrogance. I'm saying develop confidence. That's possible through glossary. Second, Latin maxims. Caveat emptor, quid pro quo. You have learned this type of Latin maxims in your CA foundation, am I right? Same way, will you come across Latin maxims in the topics which you are going to cover in CA Inter? Yes, absolutely. So all those Latin maxims at one place will be helpful. Come on, see the next one, no? Important consequences or penalties. Sir, consequence or penalties, it's one and the same, no sir? When I say penalty, generally what we mean is fine, imprisonment, all that. And consequence, sir, contract becomes voidable. Contract becomes void. ये क्या है? Consequence है. हाँ. So consequence and penalty are different actually. So we can make a note of that. All important penalties, consequences, we can make a note. Sir, but how will we prepare, sir? Format also given that. That is why I have given the format, if you can just see on the right hand side. Section number, title or description, page number, important penalties, format, section number, contravention. What is the default? What is the contravention? Next. Person who is liable, penalty or ऐसा. Sir, what is compoundable? I'll tell you. Don't worry about that. तो ऐसा format भी बना दिए. Same way, legal terms, important forms. You'll come across a lot of forms in company law, LLP law also, but company law more. So all those form numbers you can write. General rules with exceptions if exceptions are there. So general rule. Give one example, sir. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. You remember? You have heard about this? Yes, sir. In foundation, we've heard about this. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. Suppose now Sai Garu, who's driving two-wheeler, jumps a signal. Example, sir. Huh? Otherwise, you'll say, oh, when did I jump? Example. Hypothetical example, not factual example. So he jumps the signal and Mamu stops him. Mamu stops him and asks for fine. And he says, sorry, I was not aware. Gautam sir did not teach me. Durgesh sir did not teach me. Right? Or some other teacher did not teach me about this traffic laws. I am not aware of it. So why should I pay the penalty for that which I don't know only? Uncle, will you pay? Sir, who will pay, sir? We will not pay. But do you think Mamu will allow you to go? Mamu will allow you to escape? No. Though you say I was ignorant, I was not aware of that law, still you need to pay the fine. This is the general rule. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. But then there are exceptions to that. We will go through some 2-3 exceptions in our syllabus. So like that you may come across some general rule. You may come across general rule with exceptions also. Make a note of it. Like that there are some 2021, which I have written here. But while studying, obviously you can say, sir, for this also we can prepare a glossary. Because I think again and again this is coming. If we prepare a glossary, it will be useful, it will be helpful for me. Yes. See, are you going to make this for me? For yourselves, no? So if you think this is also going to help, which I have not covered in this 2021, can you make glossary for that? Yes, why not? You should do that. See, I am here. I am here. And if you think we can go here, why not? We have to improve on a daily basis. We need to improve ourselves. So if you think we have more ideas, please share, please communicate. Okay, so you understood glossary, what is it? And it will help in building your confidence level, especially before examination, one day before examination. Okay guys, good, great. Then sir, 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus you said, so writing is a part of it, part of that process. Okay, but sir, writing when I do in the examination, my language should be sophisticated. So does this mean copy the same language which is there in ICI books? Huh? Will it be possible also? No. So understand, that's not possible, that's not required as well. So once you understand things, then you can write in your own language. Own language means what? That's where I have written. Own language doesn't mean the way you talk to your friend. Huh? Own language here means sophisticated language. And how do you get that? Simple English, which is grammatically correct. Why? What will happen is if grammar is wrong, change the meaning, change the sense. It will become rather senseless sometimes. So it's important that grammar should be correct. And because you are talking about law, don't you think there should be some legal terms? So that's where maximum legal terms. I hope you are making note of this. Huh? I hope you are making note of this. Plus what? Euphemisms. Sir, simple English we understood. Grammatically correct, we understood grammar. Okay. Maximum legal terms, we understood legal terms. It's important because law language, we don't use technical terms, legal terms. Then it doesn't become sophisticated. Sir, fourth one, euphemisms. What is it? Use polite language. Use less harsh words. Hey, hey, तेरे बाप का नाम क्या है? Now, don't you think this is a rude way of asking him? See how I said, hey, तेरे बाप का नाम क्या है? This is not the way we speak or ask someone. So rather, what should I do? Or what should I say? Yes, politely. भैया, ओ भाई, आपके पिताजी का नाम क्या है? Isn't it? आपके father का नाम क्या है? Then he will also feel like answering. But if I ask in a rude manner, harsh way, the language is not decent, don't you think the person may not feel like answering or speaking to me? Come on, Sai. Yes or no? So that's where what we need? Euphemisms. Sir, give some more example, no, sir, for this. Suppose now Sai goes to income tax department tomorrow and he has to get some work done. So what he gives? Dekho, he is saying bribe. We will say consideration. Consideration for the service which he is rendering. Consideration for the service which he is rendering. Who? The income tax officer. Will say the gift for the help he has done. Don't you think this looks polite? And he will also not mind if you use these words. But if you say, I have given bribe to you, he'll say, get out. Isn't it? I am ready to give bribe to you. Do my work. What will he say? Get the hell out of here. समझ रहे हैं आप बात को मैं जो बोल रहा हूं? So euphemisms are not just important in your exams but also in life. If you don't use euphemisms, people will feel offended. They may not be ready to work with you, talk to you. So my dear friends, please understand sophisticated language involves 4 elements. Number 1, simple English. Sir, why English? Because you have opted for English medium. You said you will be writing your exams, you will be appearing for the ICI examination in English. That's where English. Next, grammatically correct. Otherwise, it will lose sense. It will lose meaning. Third, maximum legal terms. Fourth, euphemisms. Less harsh words. If you can't use polite words, at least use lesser harsh words. That means there's a difference when I say less harsh words and polite words. Every time polite words may not be possible also. So at least be little harsh. Don't be harsh, at least little harsh. That you should aim at. Now someone is creating nuisance in the class. What will you say? Sir, be polite. Be harsh. No, you'll say, sir, less harsh. Because harsh to rehna hi padega na boss. You have to be harsh. If someone is creating nuisance in the class, I'll have to be harsh. But see to that lesser harsh so that he doesn't get really feel bad or affected. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत बोलना, ज्यादा नहीं बोल. चलो, तो पता चल गया भाई कैसे आएगा. So if you use sophisticated language, do you think the evaluator will be impressed with you and he will give you 60 plus? 60 plus? I don't want yes, I want 60 plus. 60 plus? 60 plus. So this is what I've shared, right, again. So that's anyways over. Now what? How will the flow of our classes be? So when we meet tomorrow, that means in our next session, are we going to straight away start with company law? The answer is no. As you could see, I've written flow of topics. First, what will I cover? Basics. Sir, already basics are going on. No, sir, this is all basics only, fundamentals only which you're sharing. But I'm going to share some basics of law and basics of interpretation. Sir, interpretation topic anyways there. That time you can cover. Array, that time I'll cover in detail. But now at least I'll have to share trailer with you or not? Because without knowing the rules of the game, can you start playing the game? No. So at least some overview, some basics, some fundamentals you should know of those interpretation. Same way of law. Like if I ask you now, how many organs are there in the law? Sir, in human body we have heard of organs. In law also there are organs. How many are there? See, you're not giving the answer. Or even if you're giving, you're not confident about that answer. But I want you to be confident. There are 3 organs. Judiciary. तो मैं वही पूछा था ना भाई. वही बोला, इसलिए कॉन्फिडेंस रहना. जब कोई पूछा ऐसा मम नहीं रहना है. You have to answer. And that too confidently you have to answer without taking time you have to answer. So how do you make law? Who signs and thereby it becomes a law? कैसा confidently बोल रहे? वैसे ही हर चीज बोलना है. Not just this one thing, but then everything which I ask you in this basics or fundamentals, you should be able to answer. And not just me, others also. If anyone outside also asks you, you should be thorough with this or not. What are you reading? Corporate and other laws. Income Tax Act, GST Act. Can I ask you some question in any of the laws? No, you cannot ask. Array? You ask me in income tax, you ask me in company law, but don't ask me fundamentals. Don't you think it will be wrong? So one has to understand this. Okay. So after completing the basics of interpretation, basics of law, then what will we go through? Then company law, then LLP law, then किसकी माँ? FEMA, and then General Clauses Act, and then interpretation of statutes, deeds and documents. Right, sir. Sir, first क्या लिखे थे? वो तो हो गया ना, बोल दिया आपको. Medium of communication, instruction will be what? English. Next, recap. Daily basis, what will we do? Some recap. What recap? Revision. So tomorrow when we meet, whatever we discuss today, 10-15 minutes we'll spend for that. What will happen because of that? We'll be able to have rhythm. We'll be able to recall, oh yeah, this is what we discussed. And then if you have some doubt relating to previous session, which you didn't ask, now you can ask. And then we can move ahead. Second, someone who has not come to the class, let's say Karthik do not come to class today and comes tomorrow. He will also know, oh, this was what was discussed in the previous class which I missed. So it will help him also. That way, we do what? Recap or revision. 10, 15, 20 minutes depending on the coverage. Don't stick to 10 minutes. Sir, आप 10 minutes बोले थे recap. अरे 10 भी हो सकता, 15 भी, कभी 20 भी हो जाता, based on the number of hours. Suppose I have taken today 3 hours class because there was no other class. Then recap time will be only 10 minutes, 15 minutes. No, it might be more. So that way, okay, some 10, 15, 20 minutes we'll spending on recap on a daily basis. Sir, will you be always slow? Will you be always fast? No, it all depends on the topic. It all depends on what? Topic. So don't expect me to be always slow. Don't expect me to be always fast. It all depends on the topic. But let me assure you one thing, nothing at the cost of your understanding. Nothing at the cost of your understanding. That means my pace should be such where you should be able to understand. If I am following a pace by way of which you are not able to understand, will it be right? No. So that I need to take care, and I will. Sir, but sometimes it may happen. You think you are slow, but we think it is fast. Then what you should do? Raise your hand. Stop kyun? Hey. Right? You should raise your hand and say, sir, excuse me, I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to follow. Can you go a bit slow, or can you repeat what you said? Isn't it? But every time, sir, bit slow. Then I'll say, beta, be in class. Because I am not a new teacher. I have experience, right? As I said, 15 plus years. So obviously I know what the pace is. So you are distracted, you are thinking of your breakup yesterday which happened and all, and thereby you say, sir, slow, 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 means I'll say, you go slow, boss. Right? Isn't it? That means I want you to be attentive as well. But where you lose track sometimes, don't hesitate. Please ask. Okay? Okay, sir. Next. Sir, you were saying the test will be there. So daily test will be there, sir. No, sir. How can I conduct daily test? There should be something to cover also in the test, no? Daily basis, what will I cover? So please understand, you will have 8 tests in the whole batch for my subject, for my paper, corporate and other laws. How many? 8. So sometimes maybe weekly, sometimes maybe 10 days, 15 days, like that. So it all depends on what? Coverage of topics. But once in 2 weeks, for sure you'll have one test. Once in 2 weeks. Once in 14 days, for sure you'll have one test. So, sir, this week we had test. Next week can we have? Yes, you can, depending on coverage of topic. Sir, you didn't had test for last 20 days. No, that will not happen. Because as I said, once in 2 weeks तो पक्का होगा एक. हो सकता week में हो जाए. हाँ, लेकिन 3 days में एक test, फिर 3 days में. No, that won't happen. Minimum is a week. Maximum is 2 weeks that you will have test. And I will let you know the syllabus of those 8 in the initial stages itself. Taki you will not ask every time, sir, what's the syllabus, what's the syllabus. You will know the syllabus of those 8 tests. Okay, when we start the topic, I will tell you. Yeah, I'm coming to it. Okay, see. Apart from the 8 tests, there's going to be what? Mock test, but obviously mock test can be conducted only upon completion of the batch, completion of the syllabus. So that is going to be there. Sir, how many? 1, 2, that depends on the academy. Okay, 1 for sure you'll have. Rest, the academy will decide and communicate to you. So don't worry about that. Okay, sir. Sir, any instructions, any specific instructions you want to give on this? That I'll give whenever required. Not now. Today, सब आज ही समझ लेंगे क्या? नहीं, जरूरत नहीं, बताऊंगा. हाँ, but one thing I would like you to follow. Separate notebook for test. Notebook, I'm not saying loose papers. You guys have the habit, normally I've seen, in writing in loose papers. Don't do that. Why? You will misplace those papers. Then how will you track your performance? Last time what mistakes I did, how will you know? Tell me. That's where you should maintain notebooks. And I'm not saying 400 pages notebook, some 70 to 100 pages notebook. Keep separately and write there. That is for law. Same way for accounts you can keep. Same way for school में होता था ना यार. वैसे ही करना है. अम्मा सर अभी स्कूल में थोड़ा ही है सर. Nothing wrong in following what you have learned in your childhood. If it is good, it is a good practice. So nothing wrong in it. It will be helpful. And secondly, please tell me, suppose in test 1, you have done some mistakes. Test 2. Do you think you should repeat those mistakes? No. You should commit new mistakes. Yeah, mistakes will happen. If you're thinking, no, mistake only should not happen, boss, you're a human being. Will happen, but don't repeat those mistakes. Commit new mistakes. However, I will say in the examination, don't commit mistakes. Practice in such a way that examination you should not commit, or if you commit minimal mistakes, that is where 60 plus, 60 plus, 60 plus. Come on. दिमाग में fit कर लो. Night 2 o'clock also, if someone wakes up 60 plus, 60 plus, 60 plus, nothing less than that. I'm not going to be happy with less than 60 is what you should think. Not just this subject, every paper you should get 60 plus, 60 plus, 60 plus. बस यही है दिमाग में. ठीक है बॉस? Sir, what about books, sir? We are having a doubt on that as well. Will you provide material? Book? Yes, of course. And there will be 2 volumes. Okay, one will be company law and volume 2 will be other laws. Other laws will cover not 3, 4, LLP, FEMA, general clauses and then interpretation. Company law, I said no beta. I didn't say company law and LLP law. Volume 1 is company law. So obviously volume 2 other laws. That's why I asked also what is covered in volume 2. Okay. Achha, volume 1 company law, what will be covered? 10 plus 1. Chapter 1 to 10 plus 22. 11 plus miscellaneous, which they didn't say expressly, but we know that is the hidden cost. So we'll cover those type of provisions also. Right, sir. Apart from this, volume 3, what is it? Sir, some compiler you have written. Yeah, practice questions, MCQs, and that will be soft copy. Okay, topic by topic I will share so that you solve it. If I share it once, no one sees that book that I have understood. That's where topic by topic. One topic over, immediately compiler of that. Second topic over, immediately compiler of that. So practice. Clear? Sir, you said amendments you will provide if I fail in the examination. May 24. I will just throw you out if you say fail. You should say what? So don't have negative attitude. But sir, if I want amendments, if ICAI says these amendments are applicable, will you share? Yes, I will, by way of handout. Sir, will you make a video also on the same? If required, yes. If required, yes, you can see we have the setup. So if we feel that a particular amendment is of such nature which requires me to explain, then I will. You stopped writing again. What happened, boss? Why do you stop yourself? Test, right? No separate notebook, sir is suggesting. Right? 8 tests I said. 1 mock test for sure will be there. See, this is like our agreement also. We are making an agreement today. So once the batch is over, you can say, sir, in this agreement, this is not completed. This is not done. You promised this. You shared this on day 1, but you have not done. Correct or not? This is our agreement. Please understand. Sir, you said you will provide compiler, this MCQs, practice questions. Sir, where is it, sir? See, I've written also day 1 you shared. Can't you share this? Come on. So please understand and please write. As I've told you, don't stop yourself. This practice will help you a lot. In examination, when you go, your unconscious mind, not conscious, unconscious mind should be ready to write. ऐसा दिमाग को ट्रेन करो. सोचना ही नहीं पढ़ना, लिखना लिखना लिखना. दिमाग में बस वही, मतलब अनकॉन्शियसली चलना, लिखना ही है भाई. अच्छा, then okay, so test I guess you have written. What did I say? At least लिखो क्या? 8 regular tests plus 1 mock test and then separate notebook. That much you write is enough. ठीक है? This flow you have written. नहीं लिखे तो लिखना. ठीक है? अभी मैं आगे बढ़ रहा हूँ. But please write. Don't stop. So books we were talking about. Handout. As I said, amendments and all, any changes. Video also if required. Sir, apart from this, what should I refer? बेयर एक्ट. पहले बेयर एक्ट. ये लॉ वैसा, शक्ल देखे उसकी, नहीं देखे, मैं दिखाऊंगा. ठीक है? फिर उसके बाद में अच्छी लगी शक्ल तो पढ़ना. If you like it, you can follow that. Because see, after becoming chartered accountant, Do you think you will follow Gautam sir's book? No, you will follow Bare Act. आप बेयर एक्ट पढ़ोगे, मिनिस्ट्री जो देता वो पढ़ते अपन, काला अक्षर भैंस बराबर. That should not be the case. काला अक्षर meaning black words. भैंस बराबर means equivalent to buffalo. Black words equivalent to buffalo. That should not be the case. So that is why I'll show you the Bare Act. So you should know how it looks like, how we read, what is the way. Apart from this, rightly said by you, and that is ICI resources, ICI ka study material, which is wonderfully drafted this time. In new syllabus, ICI material is very good. If you have not still registered, please register and get those books. Okay, plus MTPs are there, RTPs are there, some other resources which are there. You can use ICAI resources. Sir, still time left, sir. Then go for other author's book. But that will not be possible. That you know, I know. You read my books and then you read ICI books. That itself is more than enough, and it's going to be time consuming. Where is the chance of referring other author's book? Because it's not just one paper, one subject you have. How many papers you've got? 6. How many subjects you've got? 8 or 9. Because see, direct tax is one subject, indirect tax is another subject. FM is one subject, SM is another subject. Aisa. So 8 subjects are there. Paper wise, 6 papers. Classroom handwritten notes. Huh? What is this, sir? I will also write. No, see, this I have only written. Same way I'll be writing for topics also. When I start with the topic, I will write. So that will also be there. Sir, will you provide that to us? If I provide, then will you write? But I will still provide. Why? So that it helps in covering those gaps. Like now there are some gaps. So those gaps should not be there in topic. Here there are gaps, okay, because this is only our agreement. Agreement can go wrong. It's okay. But topic should not be going wrong. There should not be gaps. Jokes apart, there should not be gap in anything, boss. That is where I will provide that. Okay, soft copy, not hard copy. Hard copy only volume 1, volume 2. And maybe if Academy provides test papers, okay. Otherwise, test papers also soft copy. Sir, how will you share? Google Drive. I'll give you the link of the Google Drive. Generally, I do that for all my classes. I create a folder, I put it there. So once I have to give you that link, later on I just need to update you that I have uploaded there. You can go and access. So that way it will be at one place also. Organized रहेगा. नहीं तो WhatsApp पे भेज रहे, कहाँ गया नहीं मालूम, delete हो गया. It becomes difficult. But separately you have folders. It will be helpful. Clear? सर कैसा दिखता वो सब जरूरत नहीं है. गूगल ड्राइव आपको सबको पता है कैसा दिखता. चलिए. Sir, important one, sir. What? Amendments. We are CA students. We are professionals. Correct? So we need to bother about amendments. So firstly, please understand, you're going to write examination in May 24. So now the book which will be provided to you, do you think will have the amendments till April 24? Sir, how is it possible? We are standing in August 23. How can you give something of April 24? Is it possible? I'm a human being only, no? Did I say I'm an astrologer as well? No. Then, so obviously if I'm giving you some book, that book cannot contain the provisions which will come in future. So point is, sir, you will cover the amendments till what? August. If you're giving book in August, till July, the answer is no. Why? Because we need to understand there is something called as cut-off date. And ICI says the cut-off date is 6 months before exams. So if you are writing examination, let us say in May 24, then they say amendments which are up to 31st October 23. 31st October 23 will all be applicable for your May 24 examination. So if something new comes in November, December, Jan, that will not come in May 24. Sir, when will that come then? November 24. Sir, is it only for your paper or for every other paper? Every paper. Whether it is accounts, whether it is direct tax, indirect tax, whatever. Unless they give as an exception. Suppose something which has come in March, but ICI says you study that, then you have to study. That will generally not happen. I am talking about rarest of the possibility. Okay? Okay, sir. कुछ भी बोलो okay ही है. ऐसा तो नहीं है ना? हाँ, good. So the book will be updated till what? 31st October 23. Sir, but we are in August 23. So how can you give the book which is updated till 31st October 23? So you understood my problem? So the book which will be given to you will be updated till which date? 30th of April 23. And then from 1st of May to 31st of October 23, this 6 months amendments, how will I provide? Handouts. Sir, but if you have to explain something, video also. Handout plus video. Cleared? So don't worry about those things. I will take care. It's my responsibility. Your result matters to us or no? Obviously matters. ठीक है sir. Sir, November 24 में क्या रहता cut off date? What is the cut off date for November 24? 30th April 24. 6 months gap should be there, boss. So always the cut off date is 6 months before examination. You should know this as a CA Inter students. Any book which you buy, any book which you get, first thing what you should see, it is updated till which date? Updated till which date? Suppose some book I give of company law and that is updated till 31st October 21. Is it of use to you? No. You should keep it aside. Chalo, great. Next. Sir, doubts? If you have any doubts, you should not ask me, isn't it? You're not speaking, guys. Come on, I said if you have any doubts, you should not be asking me. Very good. You should ask, boss. Already I've mentioned regular batch, no? If it's a revision batch, crash batch, that time I can stop you, boss. Let me revise. Let me maintain my track pace. But here, regular batch, I will be taking up your doubts. Revision batch also we take. So regular to by implied during the class. Stop nahi. Raise your hand, huh? During the class. After the class. Before the class. Yes. Like today I came. There was some time to start the class. You could have asked your doubts. Right? You can do that. Sir, once the batch gets over, then WhatsApp. Anyways, there, no? So through that you can ask. Sir, can I call you? Sorry. Sorry. Unless and until required, we will not have calls. When required, we will. Because see, you can WhatsApp your doubt. I can clear your doubt on WhatsApp. No, sir, I have to speak. Voice note. I will also reply through voice note if I don't want to type. Or I think better is voice note. No, sir, we want to have call. That I will decide. No. I have that ability to judge. So if I think no, it's better that we have a call and finish it at the earliest, I will do that. I'll tell you this time you call, we will talk. You'll say, sir, why are you saying like this? Why will you not talk to us? Simple reason, boss, we're busy. We're taking classes throughout the day. I take around 8 to 9 hours a day classes. Then I have my family also. Personal life is also there. I drive also myself. So it's difficult to talk. And after talking 8-9 hours, do you feel like talking again? No. So only when required, we will. I'm there with you. I'm not saying I'm not there. You can come here as well. Suppose you have 10-20 doubts after reading and you say, sir, I want to meet and in person I want to clear it. Okay. I will tell you this time I am free. You can come down. We can meet. I can help you. Okay. So don't worry about this, huh? But only follow my instructions. Please understand us also. We'll have a WhatsApp group separately created for us. So during the batch, after the batch, we can use this for communicating. That will be there, okay? For communication purpose. Again, you have stopped, huh? I hope you have written about amendments. 6 months cutoff date. So what is cutoff date for you? 31st October 23. That is your cutoff date. Feed in your mind. All amendments up to 31st October 23 will be applicable for your examination in May 24. Which subject? Every subject. So that date should be there. Like how you remember your birth date, Valentine's Day. Same way this date also becomes important now. बोलना पड़ता भाई. Valentine's Day याद रहता, ये नहीं रहता, कैसे होता? Now some do's and don'ts in the class or for the classes. Trust. So if you have come here, you have to trust me. Right? Sir, how should we trust you, sir? Day one. I understand. But slowly when we progress, when we take up topics, you'll understand my approach, how I explain and all. You should have trust. If you keep doubting me, we'll not have a healthy relation then. Isn't it? See, you can have differences. Difference of opinion is possible because this is law. Because this is law. In law, there are different interpretations. It can happen. Let's talk. Correct? I'll give you chances for that. Let's argue. Argue means not that sort of argument. Argue in law. Arguments. We will have. We should have. Right attitude. Behave like a student. Be a student. Carry the right attitude with you. You will not have problems. You show attitude. I'm MLA's son, this son, that brother, that this. Then who are we? Pagal hai kya hum log yahan baithe hue? So that's not right. We have experienced these things. That's why we have to share. Right attitude you carry. We also carry the right attitude. Both of us. It applies to both of us, guys. It will help. Suppose you say, sir, I got late today because there was puncture and I don't trust you. How will you feel? Same way I will feel bad if you don't trust me. So both of us should trust each other. Both of us should have right attitude. Understand? This is not just for you. Did I say do's and don'ts for students? Do's and don'ts for us. Punctuality. I should come half an hour late, 45 minutes late, or whenever I feel like I should come. Sir, today you came late, sir. First day, no? Generally, students only don't come on time. Sai garu. So that's where please follow that. You can ask our Pawan Bhaiya also. He will tell you that whether I come on time or not. He will let you know. See, 5 minutes here and there is okay. We are human beings. We can't be machines. But that much calculation. Exceptionally, it may happen with you. Like I said, puncture. मेरे साथ भी हो सकता. तो वो exception ही रहना. Exception means once or twice or thrice in the whole batch. That happens. That's okay. I can adjust. You can adjust. But not regularly that we are late. That's not acceptable. Regularity. Sir, tomorrow is my friend's birthday, sir. Sir, Friday రోజు మా నాన్నగారు అమ్మగారు యానివర్సరీ సార్. Sir, next week, sir, Rakhi Punnam, sir. I have to go to village, sir. Like that, if you keep missing classes, whose loss it is? Yours. So please understand regularity. Same way I say, tomorrow my anniversary, day after tomorrow my daughter's birthday, next day my relatives anniversary, and I don't come. Will it be right? Both of us have to maintain regularity. We will take some off. It's not that I'm not saying there will be no offs. But then whenever we are having classes, we should have regularity. Okay? Daily revision, I've told you. Participation in classes must like how you are participating. I expect throughout. Participate, interact, ask doubts, answer my questions. Be interactive. That's important. You just listen to me, keep writing, that's it. That's not going to help. Practice writing. Communication. Anything bothering you, if you communicate, do you think I can help you? Yes. If you don't communicate, then how can I help you? Am I a face reader, astrologer? I've told you, no. I've clarified earlier only. So please talk, communicate. Sir, other than subject also I have some problem. Can I come to you? Yes, why not? If you feel I can help, I'm ready. See, we are your next parents now. Next parents, I said. I didn't say parent. No one can take their place. But next after parents, teachers. We can guide you, we can help you, and we are ready to do that. Provided you come and communicate. It's not possible that I come and say, Shivani, what happened? Tell me. Not possible. Sometimes, yes, we can make out of your face and we'll ask, what happened? You are dull today. Yes, sir, I'm not well. I didn't feel like coming, but I came. Okay, beta, then why you should have called me. I would have told you this topic we are covering. And then I'll help you separately. Like that, it may happen. No, you communicate, we can help. Test. Important or not? Some don'ts I have written as I can negate this do's, that will become don'ts. Iska negative is don'ts. Like irregularity. You should not be irregular. Disturbance of any kind will not be tolerated. Please understand this. Rest, समझदार हैं आप. You are well educated and informed, so I don't have to tell you what are don'ts. Correct? Smoking, phone. No, obviously not. So you have to take care of those things. I did not tell you those things. That's why I have not written don'ts. Don't think that it's nothing there. Huh? The biggest don't I have written here, etc. So what all can be covered, which is disturbing the class, which is stopping us from attaining our objective of 60 plus, is not allowed. You talked a lot, sir, but we want to know more about you as well, or we want to know about you as well, sir. है ना, जानना है नहीं, curiosity रहता है. Like I want to know your name, who are you, what marks you got. Same way you also have that curiosity. Someone who doesn't have, please raise your hand. Right? See, all of us have that curiosity. And if someone is not having, probably is not normal, I will say. If someone is a normal and rational guy, he will have. Anyways, so coming to myself, okay, my brief background, if you see, I'm a chartered accountant who has also done his graduation, correct, in commerce, BCom, Bachelor's of Commerce. And after that, I felt that this itself is enough. There's no need to study further, and I stopped. Okay, yeah, I felt like that because I did not do any small course. I have done CA and I realized the value of it. Earlier, I did not. When I was pursuing CA, I felt kuch nahi hai. But when I became CA, I understood the power of those two letters CA. Wherever I go and people introduce, just like Pawan introduced me, okay, to his friend Gautam sir. Acha, okay, good morning sir, hi sir. CA hai, acha, CA hai. The body language changes. Even when I go to my relative's place or any function, event, no, and someone introduces me and says Gautam and says CA Gautam Jain, there's a lot of difference. मुझे रियलाइज बाद में हुआ, तो मैं बोला बस है, अब ज्यादा नहीं पढ़ना, फिर ज्यादा रेस्पेक्ट मिल तो भी प्रॉब्लम हो जाता, इतना ही रोक देंगे बोल के रोक दिया. Jokes apart, but I never felt a need. I believe more in practicality, applicability, and one good degree I have, so I didn't feel like having more degrees. Okay. Future, I don't know. I might pursue, but as of now, these two are there. As far as my experience goes, professional experience, so I have done my articleship, of course, of 3 years in Hyderabad, from the oldest firm of Hyderabad, one of the oldest firms of Hyderabad. Then, after completing my articleship, I worked with Tata Teleservices Limited, which was earlier Tata Indicom, Tata to Tata Free, Saigaru. Remember? So that company I worked with. Then I worked with Dr. Reddy's, and when I qualified, I continued with Dr. Reddy's. You know Dr. Reddy's company? Medicine manufacturing, pharmaceutical company. Then worked with Oracle, number 1 in database, number 2 in ERP, worldwide. This is a worldwide, I'm saying, number 1 company in database, number 2 in ERP. SAP is number 1 in ERP. Tally ERP dekhe? Tally ERP. Same way. Oracle worldwide, number 2 in ERP. So I got an opportunity. I was lucky enough to work there as well. Then I worked with E&Y, Ernst & Young, EY. People call it as E&Y also. One of the big fours. If you have heard of KPMG, PwC, Deloitte, same way. Anna mood mein hai. So same way, EY. So I got an opportunity to work there as well. But while I was working with EY, I realized what is my passion. And I realized teaching is what drives me, is my passion. And thereby I left my job and came full time into teaching. Full time into teaching. That means earlier you were doing teaching already. Yes. That's where I got to know that's my passion. I started my teaching career when I was in my 12th standard. Which standard? 12th. Of course, that time I was not teaching CA students. But my teaching career began in 12th standard 1998. Don't start calculating age now. Okay. So I started my teaching career there. Recently I completed 25 years of teaching career. 15 years I completed full-time teaching. टीचिंग के बाद में सीए के बाद में जॉब किया ना राजा, ठीक है, तब पार्ट टाइम टीचिंग एंड फुल टाइम टीचिंग सिंस लास्ट 15 years I am doing. Okay, right sir. Then sir, apart from now the jobs which you did and you came into teaching, do you do anything else? Yes, I practice, but I practice on and off, not regular. If I like the job, if I like the assignment, if I like the work which I get, I do it. I don't like it, I don't do it. So I'm not into regular practice, regular GST returns, regular income tax, not like that. It depends on the type of work, because there's other type of work also. Probably you don't know, but there's a lot of work. There are a variety of work available. So I pick and do what I want to. Okay, apart from teaching, based on my time schedule as well. Sir, as far as teaching is concerned, what do you teach? CA Foundation, CA CPT you have taught or not? Right? Yes, I teach business laws there, mercantile law, whatever you call it as. CA Inter or IPCC, which was there earlier. Okay, PCC, PE2, I have taught. So which subject? This law. And I used to teach even financial management and strategic management. But that time it was in two different papers. FM was with EFF and SM was with EIS. But they understood Gautam sir is teaching this way now, so we should club it, and they clubbed it. Jokes apart, but it happened. But to be honest, I thought like that these two make sense. So I picked it. And I was teaching before COVID, you can say. But I stopped now and just concentrating on this. Okay, I teach CA students anyways. Plus, I teach CMA, CA students depending on my time schedule. I'm a visiting faculty at the chapter as well, Hyderabad. Okay. Why visiting? Because obviously when they invite, I visit. When they don't invite, I don't visit. So I visit. Visiting. Regular nahi hu. Okay. You understand chapter, no? Where is CA chapter in Hyderabad? Lakdi ka Pul, Red Hills. Yeah. They also conduct classes. So when they invite, I go there. Right. Apart from this, I even teach 11th, 12th business studies subject. I love that subject, so I help those students as well. Okay, recently started that because there was a request from one student of mine who started his academy to help students. So I help them. ऐसा कुछ ना कुछ करना जरूरी है ना boss. It's important to do something or the other. So I keep doing. Then I used to teach in Mumbai and Nagpur as well earlier. Mumbai and Nagpur, but stopped it. Not because of COVID. Before that only I stopped it because things became online. So it's not because of just COVID we started online. It was before only we started online. So stop those two because I'm based out of Hyderabad. So that's where continuing in Hyderabad. Right, sir. So what's your approach? You might have understood by now that I want to go organized way. I want to go in a way which can come on suit the profession, not just suit the student or the class, but profession. No, see, ultimately you will be working for the profession. You will be working as a professional. So that time you should not abuse me or my family. किससे पढ़े रे, क्या पढ़ाया था, देख कितना डिफरेंट है, काम करने ही नहीं आ रहा, समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा, क्या तो भी कर ले रहे कि ऑफिस में. That should not be the case, isn't it? Come on guys, answer. You should be able to work. When you go to offices, you should be able to apply what you're reading here. So that's my approach. And that's where I focus on basics. That's where I focus on miscellaneous also. I keep questioning. I keep expect questions as well. Interaction in my classes. I don't want only one way. I want you to write. I want me to myself to write. समझ रहे आप? मेरा अप्रोच वो है. अच्छा लगा तो ठीक है, नहीं लगा तो जय राम जी. और क्या बोलूं? Next. Then apart from teaching, which is my passion, I have some other interests as well. Like I love watching cricket. Playing is difficult nowadays. So watching at least we are doing. And movies, music, dance, I also love. Bollywood wala hu main bhi. Tollywood, Bollywood, I love watching movies. Okay, dancing, music, but not in the class, huh? Huh. And then apart from this, traveling is what I love. Traveling, knowing different people, different culture, different food and all, I love that. Those are my other interests. More than that, you don't know, have to know. Next, family. I have my parents, I have my beautiful wife, and I have my beautiful daughters. I have two daughters with me. So in my family, we are there. सर चाचा कितने हैं, बड़े पापा कितने हैं, ताऊजी कितने हैं, बाबाई, नानई, नानయ్య గారు, అమ్మమ్మ, తాతయ్య. That is not important for you guys. So what is important I have shared, because you might have that curiosity. सर बैचलर है क्या? नहीं है भाई. चलो आगे. background you've got to know. No sir, but background, where do you belong from? I come from, basically my grandfather came from Rajasthan to Hyderabad. So since then we are in Hyderabad. My father was born and brought up in Hyderabad. Same way me. I hail from a middle class orthodox family. Middle class orthodox family. Okay. So आप सोच रहे मैं मर्सिडीज में आता हूँ, कुछ तो राजा महाराजा का बंगला होगा. नहीं भाई. I understand your pain, because I have seen myself that pain. Not just seen, experienced. If you think you travel by bus, we have also traveled it. We have also walked 2 kilometers for buses and all. Okay, we have done that. I know that pain. We have also used that books which you buy in kilos. We have done that. Nothing wrong in it. And why should I be ashamed of myself or my roots? Yes, I come from that house where we had only one kitchen, one room. That's it. And we had to study, so we had to go to terrace or friend's house or some park. I have used this Tangband Park more than anyone else. Tangband pe wo Vivekananda statue is there, no? Behind that there's a park. Me and my friend used to study there. All my CA foundation, CA inter, CA final, we have studied there and written the examination. Because we didn't have enough place at home, so we used to go there and study. And is there anything wrong in that? No, because it was free. Other parks, they used to charge some ticket. We didn't have money to pay for that. So why I'm just sharing this is not to show off, but to help you understand that we also come from same background, boss. I'm also a human being. I also love movies. Oh, sir could have sing. Yes, why not? I'm also a human being. But as I said, not in the class. Next. I've already shared my associations, right? I was teaching earlier in Mumbai and Nagpur as well, but now only Hyderabad. But obviously through online we are teaching at different places now. I don't even know who's my student now. That is the fate. Actually that's bad. I should know my students now, but I don't know, because I don't know who's buying, who's watching class. Unless he connects with me, then I get to know about him. Otherwise I don't know. So this is the brief background about me. And if you want to know more, you can visit my website, which is there in front of you. cagautamjain.com. GAUTAM. It's not THGOW. North Indians write like this only, spell like this only. So GAUTAM. Right, sir. So if you want to know, you can visit that. Okay? Come on, guys. Any other queries? No? Not now, sir. Not yet, sir. As of now, no, sir. Something like that. Don't say no simply. As of now, maybe no. But then still, few people asked me this question. Which question? Paper pattern. Which one? Paper pattern. Which I want to avoid on first day, but because students are curious, so I share a few things which I am sharing with you. First thing, 3 hours duration. Second thing, it's not just subjective but also MCQs. 70 marks subjective, 30 marks MCQs objective. Sir, is there any negative marking? The answer is written for you, and that answer is not by me. That is ICI answer which I have copy pasted there. If you see, what did they say? The criteria of negative marking in a paper or papers may be adopted. See, they are saying may be adopted. Don't think it will not be. Maybe. May be adopted. Having objective type questions in such a manner as may be specified from time to time. So those who are confidently saying no negative marking, please change your words. They've written they may adopt, they may specify from time to time the manner of negative marking. Okay? And we are expecting they'll put at least 0.25 negative marking. We are expecting. It might be wrong also, but we are expecting that. So you prepare yourself in that fashion only, that negative marking will be there. वैसे ही पढ़ो आप. You prepare yourself that way only, that there may be negative marking. Sir, in subjective type, which type of questions they will ask? Theoretical, distinguish. Yes. but apart from this, application based questions also. Application based questions. Let me show you that. See, ऐसा बनाया. कौन बनाया? मैं नहीं. मैं इतना काबिल नहीं हूं भाई. ये ICAI बनाया. This is prepared by ICAI. I have just copied pasted from their website. Okay, they're saying here, if you just see, at inter level, what are they saying for corporate and other laws? See, company law and LLP, comprehension and knowledge, 40 to 55%, and analysis and application, 45 to 60%. So majorly their focus will be on application based question, more focus. Other laws, equal, if you just see, 45 to 55%, 45 to 55%. So equal weightage for understanding based questions and application based questions. Sir, for other subjects also they have done like this. Yes, open your eyes and see. This is not prepared by me, guys. This is prepared by ICAI. They prepared for foundation, inter all subjects, final, level 1, level 2. They say in your CA inter you should go for level 2. When you go to CA final, level 3 also should be there. Level 3, what is it? Evaluation and synthesis. वो भी चाहिए, अभी नहीं चाहिए, इसलिए नहीं समझाऊंगा क्या है. जितना है उतना समझो पहले. Okay, how much you have, try to understand that much first. So here what is required is comprehension and knowledge, meaning understanding, and then analysis and application. Clear? I say same thing, they tried explaining it in detail. This anyways I have shown you earlier also. Shown you, no? Same thing, syllabus वही है. Right, sir. So now the time has come to conclude today's session. I know you're feeling bad. You still want me to continue, but then all good things have to come to an end because we have to continue tomorrow as well, isn't it? So that's where I would like to close today's session with these things which I've written for you. And what is it? ICAI has got the trend of changing the trend. So don't believe the trend too much, and don't believe ICAI also too much. They always give hidden cost. समझ में आ रहा है? All of you are able to follow. ICAI has got the trend of changing the trend. So if you prepare your mind in such a way that there is a possibility of change happening, and when change happens, you will be like, yeah, I expected this. You will not panic. And your friend who did not expect this, who did not prepare his mind like this, what will he do? Oh, change ayindi. Change happened. He will get scared. He'll panic. But you will not. So prepare your mind. Yes, I know ICAI is like this only. They have hidden cost. And I am ready to face them. I am a person who accept challenges, who love challenges. That should be your attitude if you want to become a successful chartered accountant. If you are scared of challenges, if you're scared of changes, then please don't do this course. Drop out and do something else. What, sir? You're discouraging. I'm not discouraging. I'm sharing the fact with you. Next. If you really want to help others, don't help. What, sir? You're saying don't help? Our teacher has taught in school sharing is caring. And you're saying don't help. Boss, if you help too much, no, that person will become dependent on you. And is it good to become dependent on anyone? No. So please understand. If you really want to help others, help. I'm not saying don't help. What I mean there is help, but don't help in such a way that that person becomes dependent. Wait. Ruko. Samjha? All of you have understood? So with this, I would like to close today's session and give you best wishes for your new journey which you have started. Right, sir? So signing off, CA Gautam Jain with a promise to see you in the next session. So thank you. God bless you all. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.